Hi guys, it's Creative Creations by Jay. I just want to welcome you guys to my channel. Thank you for visiting. I hope that I inspire you by some of the crafts that I have created in this series. There'll be a total of three, broken up into three different videos. The first one is where I created my harvest maple leaf, and it absolutely turned out so great. So without further ado, I'll get started with showing you how I created this video. Tonight, my first project will be a fall sign using these items. I have a bow that I got from the Dollar Tree. They come 2 in a pack. A fall maple leaf, and that came out of a pack as well for $1. It's got maybe 20 something leaves in the pack. And then also the clip-on maple leaves, and I've taken the clip off the back. And then of course the wood cut out from Dollar Tree. Again, I love this maple leaves. I don't know, it's something about maple leaves that I like, so it's wooden. And then this pre-made sign that is really cute, nothing wrong with it, but I'm just going to repurpose it and create another decor. So the items that I'm going to be using to help me create this sign is you would need a sander from the Dollar Tree, a pair of scissors that I've already had, the harvest sign that come in a pack of 3 that you get from the Dollar Tree. I think it has harvest, thankful, and maybe grateful, I'm not sure. I'm also going to use this Crafter's Edition acrylic paint. I have my Waverly chalk paint, fawn. Love this color. I am a earth tone warm color person, and that just is a nice color. I'm also going to use this Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover Spray Paint. It's a paint and primer, which I love. I'm sorry you couldn't see that. This paint, I love it. Again, this is in the neutral or warm colors. This is called, it's a satin rustic orange. I have my little dabber, my paintbrush, and I forgot to show you, I'm going to also use some of these jewels that I get from the dollar store as well on my maple leaf. And you'll see how that comes together later. And of course, I have my glue gun. Okay? Now, the first thing I have to do is cut these strings off. So let me cut these off. So I just cut the string off, the little raffia that comes on there. And there I have the sign. I have to cut those off. They have holes up there. I'm not going to worry about that because that's going to be covered. Well, actually, I'm not going to cover those. I'm actually just going to put the string back in and maybe use it. But the first thing I have to do is get rid of this glitter on here. So I'm going to use my sander. And this kind of gets messy. Excuse the noise. You got to get really aggressive with getting this, sanding this off. And it comes off pretty easy. Make sure you protect your work surface because it does get kind of messy scraping this stuff off. Got a few more to get off. It has more glitter on here than we thought. Okay. I think that's good enough. Wipe my sign off. And then I'm just going to get my Waverly chalk. and start painting. And you're just going to get that covered all the way. You're going to make sure you get at a good covering so you get full coverage here. And from my experience with using chalk paint, it's really good about covering up things with just one coat. But I may have to give this another coat because it had this glitter on here, and I want to make sure everything gets smoothed out. And you have to make nice even brush strokes. So my question is, while I'm doing this, when do you guys officially start putting out your fall decor? Now I know people have several beliefs on when fall decor should be put out. Now me myself, I think after Labor Day. Now that's just my personal opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. So I'm okay with whatever others do. You do it for whatever your reason is. But I think after Labor Day. So after Labor Day, which is just around the corner, a few days away, I will start decorating my home for the fall. And after I get all the items that I have created finished, I will do a fall decor tour of my home to show you the things I created using Dollar Tree items as well as dollar items from Target. I've also bought some things from Family Dollar, Dollar General. I pick and choose like what items I pick up from them. So some of them specialize in doing, some of the items that they have are nice, and I pick those things up. So just depends on what the items are, whether or not I want them or not. But as you can see, I have my sign covered, but it's going to need a second coat, so I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll come back. Okay guys, I'm back, and I have my sign all dried and painted. It looks great, doesn't it? I got full coverage. You can still see like the letters probably if you look really close, but we don't need to worry about that because we're going to cover that. So the next thing that I have to do in creating this project is to get my leaf painted. So I'm going to go ahead and take off of this burlap string. And excuse me, earlier I called it raffia. I do know the difference, but when you're making these videos, you do make mistakes. So I'm taking off my burlap string, and I'm going to get this painted with my satin rustic orange. I'm going to spray paint this. So I'm going to go outside to get that spray painted, and then get it dried up, and then come back, and we're going to continue to assemble this project here. Okay? So I'll be back. Okay guys, I have my leaf painted. Isn't that such a beautiful color? It's still not quite dry yet, but I just want to show you what it's looking like and what my color is. Okay, so while we're waiting on that to continue to dry, I have to paint one other thing, which is a harvest sign. And we're going to kind of give that like a rustic look, or with some different colors on there. I'm going to dab some orange on there as well as some brown and some of the Waverly Fawn chalk paint. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And that way, while we're waiting on the maple leaf to dry, we can do this to cut down on time. All right, so I'm just going to dab my paintbrush into the chalk paint and dab it on my sign. Just all over, not too much. Just to give it a little bit of color. Okay. So this is what it's looking like so far. If you can see that. Okay, probably can't tell good. Now let's give it a little bit of this fawn. I'm just going to put a little bit on my plate. Put a little bit in here. Just a little dab. You don't need much because I'm just going to burnish it a little bit just to add a little bit more color. And I don't think, I said orange, but I don't think I'm going to put any orange in because I'm liking what it's looking like without the orange on it. Okay, so we'll kind of let that dry. I'm liking the way that look as well. I'm going to show it to you. So you can kind of look at it, the color of it. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I have my sign done. I'm going to put that aside and let it dry. Okay, the next thing I have to do while I'm here, waiting on my other items to dry before I piece together my sign, I can go ahead and take my leaf cutout here and I'm going to hot glue this on to this one as so. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get that glued on with my glue gun. Get a little dab of glue. Don't need much. I think I put a little bit right here up the spine. And then I'm just going to place it in the center of it. And dab it down so it can get in place. Okay, and this is what it looks like. The two look like together. Okay, isn't that pretty? I love those colors together. Can't wait to see how this sign comes together. I'm sure you're as excited as I am. So while I'm waiting on that, I kind of want to put some, burnish these ends, pick up my sign here and burnish some of the end with my paint, with my brown paint. Kind of give it a age look. I'm liking it the way it looks. It's taken to the color very well. Just going up and down the edges. Don't want to put too much on it on both sides. Just going down there just to give it a little hint of color. Not too much, but just to give it an aged look. And I'll show you what that looks like once I get it finished. Okay, if you look close, you can see it on the edges, the brown, just enough to give it an aged look, okay? So we'll put that aside. And while we're waiting on our two items to get dry, I'll come back after that. Okay guys, I'm back, and I believe my items are dry now. Yep, they're dry to the touch. So now what we're ready to do is assemble. So first I bring back my back foundation. I'm going to place that down. And then I got to glue my maple leaf on it. I'm going to position it on here so I can kind of get my positioning correct to make sure before I glue it down. I think that's about right. Looks about even to me. Again, I tell people all the time I'm not one that do measurements, so I kind of eyeball it, and I think I'm good. So I'm gonna make me a little mark where I want it to go. I'll use that as my reference point, and I just get some glue on here. And I can glue it down here really good. I'm looking for my mark. I think I got it good. And I'm going to apply some pressure to that to get it secured. And give the hot glue time to set up. I think I'm good. Okay. Alright, so this is what it's looking like so far. Isn't that gorgeous? Those colors go perfectly together. They're going to look great in my home. So the next thing we need to do is put on this leaf, kind of like a layering effect. And I think I want it to go probably about in that area there. Okay, so let me get that glued down. Hopefully I can get this on straight as well. Alright. And I'm going to apply some pressure so I can get it all secured on the sign. And I love the imperfections in this little plastic weave looking maple leaf. It's got a little broken piece out of it, but that's what's make it so creative and original. I think it's secure now. All right. So this is what we have so far. Love the colors. See how the colors are blended together? All right. So what we have left to do is to apply some gems to my maple leaf and also put the bow on. And that's very simple. And also the harvest sign. Okay? So last finishing touches and then we'll be done with this project. I'm going to put the gems on it first. I'm not going to put a lot on it. Not sure where I'm going to put them on there. I wish I had some brown ones. I would rather have had brown since the maple leaf is orange, but we'll see what it looks like. I may not be using them. And I think I will. That'll give it kind of like a little added touch to it. So these are the gems, and I'm just trying to figure out where on my sign I'm going to place my gems. I'll show you that once I have them in place. Just trying to decide. Yeah, I think I used the smaller ones. All right. And they're adhesive back, so I shouldn't have any problems with them adhering. Only problem is they're so teeny and my hands don't do too well with small items. I need some type of tools, but we're working it out. I'll probably have to go back later after the video and use some type of glue gun on here because these adhesives, the adhesive on the back of these are not very strong. I've had problems with them in the past, with them coming off and not when they get warmed up, not really staying in place. But for now, so you'll get to see what they look like. I think I should put do these? I think so. I was asking my daughter. She's kind of like my critic, but she's my #1 fan though. So, I think, are these the same size? Yeah. All right. I like it. All right, so I'll show you what it's looking like so far. So you see the gems just add like a little extra dimension to the sign. Okay. Okay, now that we have that done, I can go ahead on and place my bow on it. My bow came with this little twist tie here, but I'm going to use that to adhere to the back of the base of the maple leaf, but I'm also, actually I'm not. I think I'll just go ahead and move that and just put it on here with the glue. All right, so we'll get that in place, and I need to get another glue stick in here. Love this. This is my Gorilla glue sticks. They're the best. I mean, they really adheres. Okay, and I get that in place. I'm gonna hold that in place until I can let it set up. I'm loving these colors. They are just gorgeous together. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it. It's just so pretty, but I'm gonna find a place to put them. This sign, because I absolutely love it. Trying to see now where I want to place my sign. I think that's what I'll do. Let's place it here. Okay, and now I need to place my sign back in, and we'll be done with this project. Alright, I'm just going to stick them back through the original holes and make a little knot in the back. Gotta get some help because it's not wanting to go back in, but I got it. But my string got raveled. Alright, and just place a little knot on the back of that just to keep it in there. Alright. And it's not really long enough. My bow came off. It's not set up yet, so I gotta keep holding it on there. Hopefully it'll stay. It doesn't want to stick to these materials. That's the problem sometimes. The things that you put on don't really want to stick to some of the items that you have. But we'll see what happens. My string is not long enough. So what I think I'll do is put a few more gems around the outside of the sign. And just use it as a setup board, because I don't have my string here with me, and I don't want to prolong it or leave you guys wondering anymore. So I'll just place some inadvertently around the sign just to give it a little bit of character. And I am all done. What do you guys think? Uh-oh. I didn't secure the sign. That's what you got to remember to do. When you're setting things up, don't forget to secure the sign. So let me get that secured, because we don't want that to happen again. Let's see. Let me get it all in the middle here. Okay, I think I got it this time. All right, let's try this again. Now my sign is all complete. What do you think? Beautiful. And my hands are shaking. That's why you see the H on that shaking, because I'm nervous, as I don't typically do videos. But there you have it. That's project number 1 complete. Now stay tuned for the next one.